questions, and I'm going to start first, and I'm going to start with Mr. December, you and Mr. Rayburn. You know, when President Trump left office, we had Iran down to under 200,000 barrels of oil a day that they were able to sell, which was really putting the hurt on them appropriately. And after that, it's gone up to almost 2 million barrels a day. And now the president wants to turn the screw on Iran again, and I'm all with him. Mr. December and Mr. Rayburn, both of you, I'd like to get your understanding. You haven't taken office yet, but I'd like to get your thoughts on that and how you might go about assisting in that regard. And again, I appreciate that you haven't taken office yet, but your thoughts, if you would, starting with you, Mr. Rayburn.
Senator, thank you for that question. This is an important issue. The president has made it clear it's his policy to bring a maximum pressure approach back on the Iranian regime, particularly on its revenue streams driven by its oil exports. You are correct. In the first Trump administration, I was part of generating the apparatus that enforced those sanctions and was able to cut the flow of Iranian oil exports. That's by, for example, disrupting the ghost fleet of vessels that the Iranian regime uses, and then by engaging with our allies and partners and with the insurance sector, with the flagging countries, for example, in order to make it so that it's very difficult for the Iranian regime to physically move the oil, in addition to also enforcing sanctions on the financial side so they're unable to move the money that goes along with those transactions. We had great results there, Senator, and I think that we can ramp that enforcement apparatus back up and repeat the performance.
It's good news. We hope you can dust off that apparatus and hopefully crank it up a little bit and put the maximum pressure as possible. Mr. December, your thoughts?
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for that question. Clearly, implementing the maximum pressure campaign is something that does require efforts around the world. I believe 90% of oil exports from Iran go to China, and thus obviously stopping those exports and affecting that is something of critical importance. I believe just yesterday, the Secretary of State or the Department of State sanctioned individuals and entities in China and Hong Kong for their support of missile technology also in Iran, so that's also an area where there's an interplay between China and Iran. So these are critical issues, and it's an area where hopefully if I'm confirmed and if Joel Rayburn is confirmed, we can work together on these issues to deal with the nexus between China and Iran.
We look forward to it. Thanks so much. Mr. Rayburn, I want to talk about Syria for a minute. You know, on December 8th when Assad fell, we all partied and felt well about it till we found out who it was that took over. Obviously, the new administration has a checkered past. Having said that, it is quite a ways in the past, number one. And number two, they started saying the right things and indeed doing the right things mostly since they took over. I think it's, I don't want to speak for the ranking member, but she and I have talked about this at some length, and we think this is an opportunity really to get in there. We've discussed this. We met with the foreign minister, the new Syrian foreign minister in Munich earlier this year, and talked with him about their thoughts and plans and what have you. We have been pursued by all sides. Myself and this committee and Senator Shaheen were all instrumental in getting the Caesar sanctions put in place that we think were at least helpful in bringing Assad down. Now we were under pressure to do the opposite of that and start removing them. We had actually written the president and asked him to relieve the sanctions, and now he has done that a little more robustly than we had in mind. Nonetheless, we're still in a wait and see. And those sanctions were taken off. They can be put back on, and we're going to continue to watch this. We really hope this works out. Syria is a proud country, long history. They have the ability to do this. Whether they can do it or not remains to be seen. But in any event, your thoughts on where we're headed there?
Senator, thank you for raising this. I think the president is giving the Syrian people and the Syrian interim authorities a golden opportunity, a chance to rebuild after half a century under oppressive rule, and especially the debilitating war that they went through and where the people suffered, largely at the hands of the Assad regime and its Iranian and Russian and Hezbollah allies. He's giving them a chance to turn the page on that and chart a new course. He's also been very clear, as has Secretary Rubio, that there are expectations as we move along the path, as the United States moves along the path of giving them this opportunity. The president has certain expectations. Secretary Rubio has laid out certain expectations that they're going to move and turn the page commensurately, including by a normalization agreement with Israel, including by deporting Palestinian terrorists, by telling foreign terrorists, foreign fighters that they have to leave Syria, by assisting in the the U.S.-led international campaign against ISIS to make sure ISIS doesn't make a resurgence, and then also to take responsibility for the ISIS detention centers in northeast Syria. So I think these are parallel tracks, and both sides have a golden opportunity to move that country into a much brighter future.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rayburn. And by the way, that administration is well aware of our expectations. The list that you just described, I discussed this with both the President and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and laid out the expectations Senator Shaheen and I laid out in Munich to the foreign minister. We got no pushback from him at all. I might add one more important item on there that is important to us, and I think both President and Secretary of State Rubio feel the same way, and that is we have an expectation that the tolerance for the various religions, and it is a complex society, both ethnically and religious-wise. The tolerance is critically important to the success of that country. The Syrians tell us that they are well experienced in this since they've been doing it for hundreds of years, and we're going to have to wait and see if they continue with that, because that is going to be critical to their success. So with that, Senator Shaheen.